Hello students, good morning all of you. I today Rabindra Mohan Misra from Sri Jagdamba Sanskrit College Batho am taking the class of Shastri first. We have seen earlier critical appreciation of poem The Tiger, which is composed by William Blake. Today we see explanation from the poem The Tiger. For this, today the first paragraph is Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye would frame the fearful symmetry? These lines have been taken from the poem The Tiger. These are composed by William Blake. Blake was a dreamer and visionary poet. He was born in London. He was a precursor of a romantic poet. He wrote many poems. In 1789, Blake published a book called The Song of Innocence. His most famous poem in this book was titled The Lamb. Lamb is based on a Christian view of creation and how God created the lamb as a perfect, innocent being. Later, in 1794, Blake published another book titled Song of Experience. In this book is the most famous of Blake's career, The Tiger. The tiger is a spiritual partner to his previous poem, The Lamb. In The Tiger, Blake again speaks of an idea about creation and creation of evil. This poem is divided into six quatrains or four-line stanza. The poet structured his poem The Tiger in a very exciting manner. In this stanza, he uses a variety of rhyming couplets, repetition, powerful imagery, and a lot of rhetorical question to enhance the piece. In these above lines, the first quatrain starts with Tiger, tiger, burning bright. Right away, he uses repetition to catch the reader's eye and nothing else. The word tiger is a symbol of all creation. In his poem, The Lamb, he uses the lamb as a symbol of innocent mankind, whereas the tiger is a much more wild, mysterious, and ferocious animal capable of great good and terrifying evil. Blake then supports that idea by describing the tiger as burning bright. The burning bright meaning being so ferocious, being so capable, so intelligent, and having the power to do anything. Going along with the idea of the tiger being a wild, mysterious creature, he uses powerful imagery with the line in the forest of the night. This imagery creates an awesome scene of a dark, mysterious environment in which the tiger is lurking. This suggests that the tiger is like a creature of the night, very dark, very mysterious, and again capable of doing unknown goods and evils. Blake ends his first quatrain with a rhetorical question: what immortal hand or eye could frame the fearful symmetry? The immortal hand or eye Blake uses is referring to a god. So he is saying what God could create or frame something that is both beautiful, symmetrical, and also so terrifying and fearful. The God who created such a creature is fearful because he made this beautiful creature of mankind to have free will. With free will means that they can choose to do right and wrong, and then that in itself is terrifying. In short, we conclude that this line teaches us that God has created many beautiful and bright creatures. Now we come on the second paragraph of the poem for the next explanation. In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? These lines have been taken from the poem The Tiger. These are composed by William Blake. Blake was a dreamer and visionary poet. He was a precursor of a romantic poet. He uses or writes many rhetorical themes for his poems. Blake uses a very powerful rhyming scheme along with a lot of allusion referring to both Christian view of God and Greek or Roman gods and goddesses throughout. Blake speaks about the creation of evil by the symptom by the use of the poem The Tiger, symbols of the poem The Tiger. It is often said to be the most widely anthologized poem in the English language. It consists entirely of questions about the nature of God and His creation, particularly whether the same God that created vulnerable beings like the lamb could also have made the fearsome tiger. The tiger becomes a symbol for one of religion's most difficult questions. At the same time, however, the poem is an expression of marvel and wonder at the tiger and its fearsome power, and by extension, the power of both nature and God. The poem itself presents a sort of a strange view on one central question, what he repeats twice in the poem, referring to the evil of the tiger. Who could dare frame the fearful symmetry? In these above lines, Blake begins with second quatrains of the piece with some imagery as well as another rhetorical questions. In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thing eyes? It is a very critical representation of the tiger. By the terms distant deeps or skies, Blake is using an illusion to create a picture of heaven and hell. The line burnt the fire of thine eyes is directed at God. These are God's eyes which create such beautiful and bright thing. Blake is asking who was the God who created the tiger? He was the God in heaven or skies, or he was created by Lucifer in hell or distant deeps. The next two lines are more rhetorical questions where he asks on what wings dare he aspire and what the hand dare seize the fire. Again, he is wondering what God could create such a creature like the tiger. He was a God who is sitting on wing. He is a God who was to work with a blazing fire. However, Blake was unknown to like using the Greek gods in his work. The question on what wings dare he aspire could refer to Icarus. Icarus created wings so that he could fly free of a labyrinth. The second rhetorical question, what the hand dare seize the fire, could refer to the god Prometheus. Prometheus is a god who stole fire from Zeus and gave that fire to mankind. It is a very splendid job which is done by Prometheus for the mankind. So Blake is asking who would dare see the fire with their hands. Well, Prometheus dared to seize the fire so he could share it with men. In this way, each question used powerful images to enhance the context of the poem The Tiger. In short, we conclude that these lines teaches us that God is great, who has created bright and beautiful